cursed chainmail mankini. Nice. I don't know why you're calling this cursed. You got ye old banana hammock. I think that's kind of fire. Listen, it's about time we started getting designs like this for our armor, all right? That's exactly what I wanted. You can look ashamed, facepalm if you must, but trust that your cash and prizes will not be damaged in the heat of battle. Honestly, I can't find any good reason to put 10% of a logo on a corner. It's just weird as hell. It was a mistake. He didn't get paid enough. He didn't get paid enough to do it perfectly centered, all right? They kind of wanted it to be seen when you walk in, but not too seen. He still wanted it over the Starbucks, like where the lettering was. So he did his best. He did his best making however much he made to do that. Aunt Mario. You ever think someone's freaked out and tried to get him off its leg? Just swipe, 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 slap, slap, slap. This is well done though, if I'm being so real. They got the M looking good, the hair. If this had like any form of shading, like below the ants, you know, it would look great. Maybe it does. Maybe I'm being a hater. I can't tell. No, I don't think, maybe. Actually, I think there's light shading with one, with the queen ant on top. And to complete the piece, just so we're clear, the piece de la resistance on this isn't even the Aunt Mario. It's Ted at the very bottom chugging a beer like, yeah, you see that? That's what we're all about. Big feet wet, little feet dry. Hell yeah, dude. Pretty sure I own a version of these in Fortnite. These are kicks, dude. You think he's freaked anyone out with these as well? You think the giant grippers have frightened anyone on the subway? Getting these big feet all dirty, someone looks down? I hope so. Keep this in a galaxy far, far away from me. Yeah, dude! Oh, if only they had him looking like this in the movie, I would have been locked in. Dude, I'll take 20 of them. Hell yeah, dude. Look at the bedroom eyes they're hitting you with. I haven't watched the episode of or I guess the movie of Star Wars he's in. They're split up in episodes. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about. What do you think he's saying here? I know he speaks in a low voice, but I wish I could do an impression of him, just like saying like, do you like what you see? I don't think that's even close to him. But the bedroom eyes looking over his shoulder, the, full bakery in the back. His skin sags like a goddamn basset hound, but that's okay. That's all right. So they're too small to use condoms? Oh, okay, here we go. Let's see. We're gonna start from the top to the bottom, all right, chat? At 7.1 inches, the Congo's going all the way up to the little nipple at the top. It's going all the way up. At 5.7 inches, it's Germany coming in second place. 5.5 is the global average. 5.2 is Australian. 5 inches is the US of A. And we have broken the 5-inch marker at 4.6. It's Indonesia. 4.5 Malaysia. 4.3 is the Philippines, which is also the ASEAN. Is this? Did they try to say Asian and or am I just stupid? Is the C part like significant, or they just misspell? I've never seen anyone use this word in my life. Sorry, I'm American. I'm uneducated. I think there is a tie for 4.5 inches that I ignored, which is Malaysia, Vietnam, and Singapore. Let's skip down the last place at 3.8 inches, North and South Korea, with the saddest trombone of all time. But this condom can do it all, I guess. They're stuffing everyone in there. Die for success. Some just might. Some just might. Depending on who you talk to, they just might do that. What a great thing to have in your clothing department store. I'm in. I'm sold. I'll buy whatever stupid cardigan you want. I'll die for it. I'll fight for it. Wheelchair accessible playground. Wait, what is it? Oh, it's like a digging tool. It's like a toy. It became inaccessible due to all the rocks being dumped out. The scoop isn't low enough to reach the ones outside of the pen. No! First of all, I love that this playground is put together with what is clearly just nailed in 2x4s. This is a Home Depot playground. Kids are getting hurt on these rocks that you bought from the same store. And now they can't even use the toy, the one thing that's there. Poor kids. getting pebbles lodged in their knees. They can't even play with the one toy that's there. What kind of breed of dog is that? Oh my God! Dogs make me happy. Humans make my head hurt. I mean, it's Phallificus. This is Phallificus, everyone's favorite canine, but you know, if you don't give him his food, he can be a real dickhead. Of course I know what a power drill looks like. Why do you ask? You need 2 people, a wrench and a screwdriver, and that is a gun. That is a gun with which you kill people. We recommend using hand tools for assembly. If an electric screwdriver is used, reduce power and torque to avoid damage to the product. It's not the product I'm worried about when you pull that out. When you're pulling out the... What? If my partner's whipping out the DeWalt Blicky, I'm gone. I'm not working there anymore. I don't care how many hard hats you've assigned. When you bring out the heater like this, I'm quitting. Day 1. Hand tools? He's got a tool. That water drop though. What is this? Okay, it's a graphics card. What's up with the water drop? Sorry, am I dumb? What are we focusing on with the water drop? I think I'm being, am I just stupid? Is it because it's shaped like a little droid? Okay, so I'm being told that the water drop is obscuring some of the R. So now it's the Sapphire Puke Radeon graphics card. Because I can still see the R, like the little top of the R, I'm not getting that effect. But just for entertainment's sake, let's say you got the Sapphire Puke instead of Pure. Does that really change your performance? If I go to Micro Center and I get the NVIDIA shit yourself card rather than the RTX 5050, am I losing any performance? I don't think so. In fact, I think I'm getting a better deal getting the bootleg. They got this off Temu, the Sapphire Puke. This Harry Potter projector wand literally just looks like a deer farting. Why would you know what that looks like? Okay, yeah, fair enough. You know what? Okay. I was gonna call you a forest freak, a freak of the forest, but that does indeed look like a deer that is not quite farting, more so spraying in a defensive pattern, like a wide spray to ward off any sort of, you know, bear or other creature that would try to take its life. So less of a fart, more of a mist. But it's certainly what it looks like. Fiat 500 boat. Oh, wow. Wait, what? Hey, you're living the high life, man. Hell yeah. Oh. This feels like what they said we would have in the future. Instead of having boats, we'd have car boats. I don't know why you would say this is a bad design. This kind of rocks. I feel like I need to be wearing an ascot driving this, like full Fred Jones fit, right? I need to be pompous, posh, prim, and proper to to operate a maritime vehicle such as this. What is going on here? Hold on, wait, what am I looking at? Is this like someone catching a baby falling from a building? The hands are outstretched? Oh, wait, a fretboard. This is a guitar. What is this of? What are you gonna paint on this? All right, we've painted it all black like a silhouette. I haven't unlocked this character yet. What are you going to do to this? Oh! Hell yeah, dude. Wait. Oh, that's fire. I love that. Oh, dude, if you go to a show and they break out the Kramer guitar, oh my God. Dude, this is sick. This seems like a pain in the ass to play, but this is sick. I don't think this is Kramer. Who is this again? Sorry, I don't watch Seinfeld. I just know Kramer and Jerry. George. Sorry, I was reading the name. It's George Costanza. My bad. All the Seinfeld fans on this video are gonna hang me up to dry. They're gonna nail me to a stake and burn me while slap bass plays. Oh my God, is this a slap bass? That'd be so fire. But it's the Costanza caster from the Timeless Art of Seduction. You know this, they made one. Dude, that's just an art piece. That is sick. I hope it's functional, but even if it's not, this is a beautiful piece of art. Like genuinely well done. Car handbrake damages interior when disengaged. All right, disengage, disengage, and all the way. I didn't get to hear anything. I think there was supposed to be audio here of the car making a horrible sound, but there was nothing. So if you can just add, if you heard something, editor, add it in, but I didn't hear anything. So let's have a little fun here. Can you add in the sound of a blender starting when they engage the handbrake? I think that'd be a lot of fun. All right, now I'm studying this more closely. Hold on. I found the original post and it's just a GIF. There is no audio. So we're not looking for sound. And I think I figured out what it is. If you look right under where he's holding the handbrake, it looks like the center console is splitting. Maybe I'm going crazy, but that's kind of what it looks like to me, is that the console is splitting in some way. That's the best assumption I have of what might be going on. All right, I searched the comments and I found something. With handbrakes like what OP has, you have to push the button and pull up a little bit to get the little ratchet mechanism to release. But OP's brake cable, it has been stretched out over time. So you have to pull up quite a bit further to get it to actually go through. So that's probably just like a cable. That's just bad maintenance, right? Not really bad design, just shitty maintenance. This is a user error. University I work at has the most unfortunate zip-up hoodie designs. I'm positive it can't be as bad as they're claiming. And you know, no, it's worse. Ass mouth, great. Exactly what I wanted actually when I go to the campus is to have ass mouth. What is this, Plymouth, I would assume? Oh, no, I go to Assmouth University. Yep, oh, Dartmouth. That's even funnier. Why do a zip? Why, at that point, why not just do a pullover hoodie? Why do a zip up? You're asking for silly things to happen. You can have both the H and the R, or alternatively, you can have neither. Listen, welcome to Heating, Cooling, and Beyond. That's header. Heating and cooling. But I see what the thing is, I'm not even upset at this. I see what they were trying to do, and I can appreciate the attempt. But it just didn't work. Because that doesn't look great. Now I'm thinking, what's cooling R? R what? Cooling R us? I don't know what that means. Now you've left me with more questions than answers, and I'm looking at the back of your car. Now we're in a pile up. I still don't have an answer, and now my car's totaled. Community features, lighted sidewalks. Ah, yeah. Wow, it looks great. I mean, these houses are getting sold. I mean, what's going on? These look like they're just being built. I don't even know what's happening here. Dude, I'm dumb. I'm so dumb. I was paying attention to everything else except for the light pole that they have built in the smack dab fucking middle of the sidewalk. I looked at the trash cans, the yards that didn't look great, the porta potty, and I was like, well, that just seems like it's a community in progress. I'm so dumb. Yeah, let's have a kid ram their bike right into the middle of that pole because they're not looking. It seems like great design. Bikini nails. From mankini to bikini, what do we got? Oh my God. All right, yeah, sure. What are those, acrylic? Great. I can't. What prompts, are these on toes? Don't tell me these are on your f***ing toes, you maniac. Why? Of course, yeah, and not even a tan, not even a proper tan either, so, cool. Yeah, all right. I stay a little, this is supposed to say stay a while, but I don't see it. Yeah, no, I don't see it either. That is stay a little with a weird accent over the E. But it's a cute pillow, so I mean, just flip it on the other side, right? You won't even know it's there. If only you could make a slice of pizza that could look like an A. If only we had that technology. Ah, man, Milano's pizza, but damn it. How would we make it look like an A? This is screwed up. How are we gonna do this? Box for card game says no plastic when the contents are clearly wrapped in plastic. No plastic. Well, this isn't plastic. This is an edible wrapping. You eat it, or you know. Go ahead, try it. What is this game? Conezilla? I think this is on you for buying a whack-looking board game. What the fuck is Conezilla? I'm Googling this. Conezilla. It's an ice cream family memory game for ages 5 and up. This is on you for buying a whack-ass game. Conezilla. These running shorts have a pocket for keys on the inside, right in the middle at the back. Perfect so your keys tickle your butt crack as you run. Though I guess some people may see this as a positive. Yeah, perfect. Actually what I wanted. It's a little bit of motivation to keep on running unless the key monster gets me. This nightmare rabbit topiary bush thing. Oh my God. It's got human hands and legs. What, is this a god? Are they worshiping this thing? What am I looking at? Did you anger a deity somehow and this is its revenge? What's going on? Why? Why is it, first of all, why is it crawling? Why is it crawling towards us? Second of all, not a fan. Not a fan of the monster that lives in the woods. You like some raw man? Well, kind of a forward question. Oh, dude. You got raw man with your raw men? That's dope. I hate when they come out of the eggs like that though, because the yolk I want to be, just perfectly yolky and runny, but once you smash those yolks, you're gonna have full cake down there. I didn't want dessert with my dinner like that. New lids at Starbucks. The barista said, they're not easy to drink out of. Oh, no, they don't look that easy either. There's no, that looks like a pain. This is a one-way ticket to splashing coffee all over your jean shorts. This isn't gonna go well for you at all. There's no ramp to lead the coffee into your mouth. It's just gonna be a disaster. This is straw-only lids. Some tats done by Anger in My Skin on Instagram. So we got SpongeBob. What, is he holding a vape pen? I think that's SpongeBob holding a vape pen, or Doodlebob rather. That's Doodlebob holding a vape pen. Why? Why does he need to vape? What else do we got here? This one's kind of fire. So you have three options, modern man. Masturbate, self, or dress to impress. Which way will you go? The economy's downhill, politics are a mess. Masturbate, self, or dress to impress. Only options left. This colossal gap in my car's visor. So much sun gets through it and there's absolutely no way to fix it. Yeah, that's a little bit silly for the car design, but I don't know. I wouldn't complain about this too much. This wouldn't really bother me the way it's bothering him. I don't ever put the visor down. I let it go right into my cornea. I'm trying to go blind. So this doesn't bother me one bit. Wall mount can't mount wall. That sounds like an error. What is this? A 40 V lithium battery charger, and it's got wall mount pegs, but unfortunately, it can't mount on the wall. I'm not sure what it is. A wine stopper? Question mark? Okay. Not a fan. No, not a fan. It looks like there's a straw that goes down there. I think wine comes out somewhere. I'm not too sure, but I think wine comes out of her. This isn't how Wordle works. Lucky guess? That is not how it works at all. No, because you had all those yellow. If these were gray, if these were gray words, if the L, C, K, and Y were all grayed out, then this would be a great mug, but it's not. It's not grayed out, so now it doesn't make sense. Now you failed. Kids word search unevenly spaced. How can they find vertical and diagonal words? They can't. It's a mess. You see why they haven't even attempted the word search? I see thank you, but that's all I see. The zebra is mutated. Oh God. He's got 2 extra arms, dude. 2 extra arms for why? For what? For what purpose? Terrible graph, not to scale. Where do items in the British Museum come from? Let's start from the lowest to the highest. How about that? But first, a fun fact. The British Museum houses a collection of about 8 million historical and cultural artifacts from around the world. Oh, wow. Almost 2.2 million items from at least 212 different countries around the world have been cataloged in the British Museum's online database as of August 2023. Now let's see where they've collected all these from. The US of A at the bottom with 29,000, Japan at 42,000, Iran and India and China, but in the 50,000 range, China at the highest at the almost, low 60K. Greece 64,000, Germany 66,000, Turkey 73K, France is 80K. Egypt, good old Egypt at 119,000. They had more, but the oligarchs got hungry and ate all the mummies. I remember reading something about that. Is that real? Did that actually happen, or am I spreading misinfo? Did they eat mummies? Googling this right now. So I had to do some Googling, and I read a little bit, and it's a mixture of things. One was there is in the 11th century there was the word mumia, right? And it was found on a mountainside in Persia, and it was named after the local word for wax, which was mum. And that was used for a bunch of medical reasons, and it gained a reputation in the Arabic world as being like this really effective wax, healing wax. And then when our good friends, the Western Europeans, decided to come in and start translating the texts for fun, no other reason, it was mistranslated. And so we now have this widespread kerfuffle about what mumia is, right? However, there is also medical cannibalism, ladies and gentlemen, because for whatever reason, we have believed that human beings, that eating people carried some sort of medicinal property, that it could, I'm reading from National Geographic, it could heal epilepsy, or that we used human fat in homemade remedies. And again, our good old friends in Western Europe, they loved some good old medical cannibalism. So, as you may understand, when those silly old guys came across mumia and mistranslated it, thinking it was about mummies, all of the medical practitioners in the land, they got dollar signs in their eyes and began rubbing their hands real greedy like. You know, they were all big and greedy and thought that they just got more healing products. So mumia was prescribed for everything. If you had a headache, take some mumia. If you felt, woozy, mumia. Tripped and stubbed your toe, put some mumia on that bitch. After that, this is where things get a little crazy. People started ransacking tombs, Egyptian tombs, not for the jewelry or the pottery within, but also for the cadavers, the bodies inside. And it's just a fascinating practice to me. I also read, and I don't know if this is straight up or not, I'm still doing some research on this, but I wanted to share it, but in the 18th and 19th century, there were mummies that would be sometimes ground up to produce a paint pigment called mummy brown, which, if I had to describe a corpse, mummy brown might just be one of those ways to describe it. I would say gross and dying, but, it's just kind of a crazy... Can you imagine being a pharaoh? Being like a beloved Egyptian ruler. Okay, beloved's a strong word. Being an Egyptian ruler and being unceremoniously rather, fucking opened up in your hand. They take your hand to make paint, and then you're sold for thought of medicinal properties. I would be pissed. I'd start cursing people. Anyway, what was this about again? The museum, right? Anyway, I refuse to believe that they have that many artifacts just from England alone. Maybe they ended up in England after some time, but they did not start there, for sure.